Chapter 11. The Point System. Driving is a privilege, not a right. You can lose your driving privilege if you disobey the traffic laws. When you are convicted of a traffic violation while your vehicle was in motion, the department receives notice and adds points to your driving record. This isn't like a football or basketball game. You don't want these points. You can lose your driving privilege when you accumulate too many points. The number of points you receive depends upon the conviction. For example, you may receive 2 or 3 points if you are convicted of speeding, depending on if the court was municipal, county, or state level. By contrast, you may receive 12 points and the revocation of your driving privilege if you are convicted of leaving the scene of a traffic crash. The following are examples of some state law violations and the point values associated with them. For the violation of speeding, 3 points. For careless and imprudent driving, 4 points. For knowingly allowing an unlicensed driver to operate a vehicle, 4 points. For a felony involving a motor vehicle, 12 points. For obtaining a driver license by misrepresentation, 12 points. For operating a vehicle with a suspended or revoked driver license, 12 points. Racking up points. The consequences. If you accumulate a total of 4 points in 12 months, the department will send you a point accumulation advisory. If you accumulate a total of 8 or more points in 18 months, your driving privilege will be suspended. Here are the consequences for accumulating 8 points in 18 months. For your first suspension, 30 days. For a second suspension, 60 days. For a third or subsequent suspension, 90 days. Your driving privilege will be revoked for 1 year if you accumulate 12 or more points in 12 months, 18 or more points in 24 months, 24 or more points in 36 months. Depending on whether your suspension or revocation was related to alcohol, there are different reinstatement requirements. For a non-alcohol-related point suspension or revocation, you will need to submit proof of insurance, an SR-22, and pay a $20 reinstatement fee. For an intoxication-related point suspension or revocation, you will need to submit the reinstatement requirements listed in Chapter 10. Details about submitting proof of insurance, an SR-22, can be found in Chapter 13 under the section Mandatory Insurance. How points come off your driving record. When your driving privilege is reinstated, the department reduces your total points to 4. Every year you drive without getting new points on your record, the points will be reduced. After 1 year, remaining points will be reduced by 1/3. After 2 years, remaining points will be reduced by 1/2. After 3 years, points reduced to 0. Although your points may be reduced to 0, certain convictions must remain listed permanently on your driving record. Other consequences. Driving while your license is suspended or revoked. If you drive while your license is suspended, your driving privilege may be revoked for 1 year after you are convicted. If you continue to drive while your license is revoked, you may be convicted of a felony and have your license revoked again for 1 year. Failure to appear in court for traffic violations, FACT. When you fail to appear in court for a traffic violation, the court will notify you within 10 days of your failure to comply. The court will give you 30 days to pay the fines before the court notifies the Driver License Bureau, the DLB. If you do not comply within 30 days, the court will notify the DLB of your failure to comply, and your driving privilege will be suspended immediately. If this happens to you, your driving privilege will be suspended until the Bureau receives proof that the ticket is paid and you pay a $20 reinstatement fee. If your license is suspended for failure to appear in court for a traffic violation, you may get your driving privilege reinstated in one of three ways. Mail the reinstatement requirements to the Driver License Bureau at P.O. Box 3950, Jefferson City, Missouri 65105-3950. By bringing the reinstatement requirements to the Driver License Bureau, the central office, in the Harry S. Truman State Office Building at 301 West High Street, Jefferson City, Missouri, in room 470. Office hours are 7:30 a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. Monday through Friday, except on holidays. This concludes Chapter 11.